So, lads, today we're going to be talking about Sabrina Ionescu and what she has been saying about Caitlyn Clark. And I think this is a really good one because there is, when it comes to Sabrina with a lot of players, like, let's be real, like, I don't know when it comes to Sabrina who was her vet. Like, Sabrina had to deal with all the same crap as Caitlyn Clark did coming into the league. She had to deal with all, not to the same extent, but she did have to deal with a lot of the same crap that Caitlyn did. Sabrina has had to, she has had to basically had to deal with a lot of that herself. And it did seem like she was originally the one vet that really took Caitlyn Clark under her wing, but was very pro Caitlyn. She was very, very pro Caitlyn. She was happy, she was happy to interact with Caitlyn. She was the very first person, and I think she literally said it in one of the clips that she got Caitlyn's number and reached out to Caitlyn before the season started. And we saw last year there really was a time where Caitlyn Clark, she kind of was. It seemed like she felt she didn't belong. She was like, "No vets are offering me." They were like, "What advice are vets giving you?" It's like, "Vets aren't giving me any advice," and all this thing. And then obviously that all changed during the Taurasi situation. And look, Diana Taurasi is a competitor at the end of the day. And I think that the Diana Taurasi situation, Diana Taurasi, Brittany Griner, straight away almost made it okay that you can like Caitlyn. And in the All-Star break last year, we could see the players all liked her. All the Fever teammates seemed to like her. You can see it in this year's All-Star weekend, the way the players are talking about Caitlyn Clark is in a real positive way. They're talking about Caitlyn in a positive way, and that's just objectively a good thing for the game. It's a good thing for the game when everything's positive. It's a good thing. If you guys are not looking at what Courtney Williams and Natisha Hiedeman are doing right now on Twitch, I'm not watching every bit of it, but what they're doing is good for the game. They've had 14,000 viewers, concurrent at some stages. They are killing it. They're absolutely killing it. They are top 10 to just chat. They are 6th in the biggest section of Twitch. They are literally 6th of every Twitch streamer. And of English speaking, I'm not joking when I say this. I don't know if this person is English, but they are the third at worst, biggest English speaking just chatting streamer in the biggest section on Twitch. That is objectively a huge thing. They are one of probably the 10 most viewed people on Twitch right now. And if you guys don't understand how hard it is to have 15,000 concurrents, I've been doing this for my career. I've had it once. I've had it once ever, 15,000 concurrents on Twitch. Once ever in a decade. And when I had it once ever, I was in the top 0.001% of streamers. What they've been able to do is huge. And when it comes to positivity around players, it's just a good situation. And let's take a listen to what Sabrina has said. And this is again from Robin Lundberg. Shout out Robin, by the way. Shout out Robin. Obviously, look, we cover a lot of the same topics, and we cover it in a very different way. He's worked in the media, he's worked in journalism. He's still working for Sports Illustrated. I work for myself. I came from gaming. I came from a completely different section of the internet and the media sphere as these people. So I'm a lot less filtered in reality than most of these people. But shout out to Robin. And by the way, also, I might make a video on this, I'm not sure, but shout out to Quita. Shout out to Quita. She got all-star credentials as well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're good friends. I've been able to talk to her a lot kind of through this, process. And honestly, I've kind of went through something similar in my career. My first year I didn't play due to injury. And then second year I had 3 to 4 soft tissue injuries that I was dealing with. And it's kind of, you look back and it's a blessing in disguise because you're able to just learn and grow and, understand it's all part of your journey. And you just got to, continue to figure out what you need in a pro career. And so, just trying to be that kind of soundboard for her and that voice, having gone through something kind of similar. And, knowing obviously it's really unfortunate that we don't have her, but You know, she means a lot more to the game than just showing up and playing. And I think you're able to see that with just the excitement in Indy right now, regardless of if she's playing or not.
And I think that is as perfectly as it could have been said by Sabrina. Like, I think it is really, really important when it comes to Sabrina is just, she's had to deal with it all. I've always said this, where it was like the only person who's had to deal with what Caitlyn's had to deal with is LeBron. But Sabrina has had to deal with, to a lesser magnitude, all of the crap that Caitlyn Clark's had to deal with. Her 2K cover, her shoe, all of that crap. Like, she's had to deal. She's had to deal with all of that. All of that. And it's good seeing Sabrina there as a vet. It's good seeing she was saying that she's been reaching out and talking to Caitlyn Clark about it, and she's helping her through it. And look, at the end of the day, when you're going through tough times, if nothing else, when it comes to Caitlyn, just on a personal level, if nothing else, knowing you're not alone always helps. Just in general with everything. And I'm not saying she would be alone if Sabrina Ionescu wasn't her vet or anything. I think at this stage, there are enough people that are close with Caitlyn. There are enough people. She's got a good enough circle. There are enough people that can kind of hopefully be able to keep her level-headed. And it's not like people don't understand, to an extent, the pressure. Like, her boyfriend if he wanted to be, was a decent level pro baller. Like, her boyfriend would have been way too good to play here in Ireland. Like, he would have been maybe not ACB as an American, but like Leb Gold-ish level player. Maybe Leb Silver straight out of college. And depending on where he would have gone to, he could have worked his way up to playing a really high level pro. So it's not like she's not around with her pro, she's not around her athletes, and it seems like she does have a very good circle around her. But having other players in her corner seems to be a good thing. And look, I genuinely do think, we saw it yesterday, that like there are players that are friends with each other, there are players that aren't friends with each other. It is what it is. But like, you can see just in general, like, there are players, a lot of the players that in general are just doing well. Things are going well. They just seem to like her because she just, I mean, there's a reason a lot of fans gravitated towards her for the basketball. And let's be real, of the 2 million people that watch Caitlyn Clark play all the time, almost very few of them are there for any reasons other than they like her in basketball. And all the off the court stuff with all the fanfare and she's like the Beatles, it's partially to do with basketball. It's partially because people just like being around her, it seems. And it is good seeing Sabrina Ionescu like this with Caitlyn. But anyway, yeah, that's the video. I'll see you guys.